Field day is about socialism. Oh wait, no, wrong word. Socializing.
There we go. We're out with the Lark Club out at Lions Club Park. We're doing field day. We're getting all set up over here. As you can see behind me, we got the guys just chilling, hanging out. Back in the back there, you see a Buddy Hex pole. We're gonna go play some radios, and yeah. If you know field day, you know field day. If you don't, hang out. Hey y'all, we're out here with Michael from
Howdy,
Get Out
y'all.
in Life. So I'm gonna ask you a question. What is field day about?
What's Field Day about? What is Field Day not about? Field Day for Texas is sweating your butt off, first off. But
You ain't wrong.
second, actually, it should be first. Let me knock the butt sweat down a little bit. First is awesome community meals. I mean,
And that food was good.
that definite winner. So it is an exercise that you can get out and try to get everything set up to have your own little mini UFC and be able to communicate with people around the world. Not only that, it's a time that it's a contest for bragging rights. Try to get as many points as you can with as many stations. And most of all, it's just hanging out with friends. It's a fellowship. And I think that's the biggest part of it. for
That's
me.
true.
So, but I mean, from here, we have a disaster. We could set up. We don't even have to have power on. We have our own power. Everything is running on its own. Same with a lot of the other sites we got. A lot of people got communications trailers, RVs that have been converted to comms trailers. I mean, you name it. So, and lots
true.
of good food. Lots of good food.
We're gonna do some more food here in a little while. So just trust me, we're gonna do food.
All right, guys, taking off to the next location, but y'all
All right.
take care.
I'm
Be
sure we'll
safe.
see you later.
All right.
Have a good one.
All right.
This is what field day is all about. A ton of brisket, good food, good meat, good God, when do we eat? So like I said, this is what field day is about. And oh, so good. Thank you, Jordan. Thank you.
Oh yeah.
Thank you very much.
A listing for
Y'all, go find a field day and go have fun. Go find a field day and have fun. Hams don't just know how to play radio, we know how to cook. And this is how we field day. We even bring dessert. Chocolate and cherry, and apple.
Open the tower, the tiles all spin. Chasing the whispers where the static begins. Voices collide in a chaotic parade. With each call sign, my patience is free. But I'll keep on tuning. I won't fade away. In the battle of signals, I'm here.
All right, we are out here with the Louisville Amateur Radio Association now. These guys have a little different setup. We're teaching kids how to play radio. Let's go check this one out.
I'm here to stay. Seek you, can you hear my plea? Through the noise I'm searching for thee. In the heart of the static, our worlds collide. With every transmission, I feel alive inside.
Yes, more food.
Marks on the air, oh what a thrill. The radio crackles, igniting the
Even got
chill.
steaks here.
Clutter just to grab your ear. In this pile of voices I persevere. Every crackle, every tone, a story unfolds as we chase our dreams and frequency.
We did talk to some scouts, got some scouts into radio adventures. They got to get a merit badge. That was a really fun time. And we're off to the next one. All right, guys, we're out here with the Denton County Amateur Radio Association for the third field day of the day. This is gonna be our last one. But we're outside, just outside of Lake Louisville. Beautiful night. We got radios. We've got seriously big antennas all the way up there. We got the big boys out here too. It's gonna be a fun night. It's been a long day, so let's go see what we got going on over here.
See you, can you hear my plea? Through the noise I'm searching for thee. In the heart of the static, our worlds collide. With every transmission, I feel alive inside. Every crackle, every tone, a story unfolds. As we chase our dreams in frequencies bold. See you, can you hear my plea? Through the noise I'm searching for thee. In the heart of the static, our worlds collide. With every transmission, I feel alive inside. From the crackle, every tone, I feel alive inside. From the crackle, every tone, inside. So here's to the chase, in the airwaves we roam. Each call that we make brings the far closer to home.
Alright, this is one of the godfathers of ham radio.
Field day, events, camaraderie, testing our equipment, having fun.
He had 3 chances at it.
Good food.
We watched another guy.
Friends get together.
White rice.
That's mainly what I like.
Yeah, friends and food, I think, is the big answers there.
Yeah.
That ran last night. He knew immediately
Good
what
chance to get
shit.
the equipment out and
He hadn't moved 10 feet,
fix what's always wrong with it.
but he had his wheel speed up all
That's
over.
true.
Always stuff
So
wrong
he
with
had
this
to
stuff.
bam, and we watched it. Wham! Got that shit.
Yeah.
He was out.
It's a fun time.
Thank you, sir.
You bet.
It's more like a get together for the hams in the club, and it's like a good get together other than being at a club meeting, and they get to exercise their equipment, they get to play around. People get to see different setups, so you get to see what works, what needs to be tweaked, and it's a learning experience for a lot of the newer hams.
Yeah.
So, but camaraderie now, but it still has its emergency management aspect because you still needed something like this to test your equipment to find out what's broke
Right.
instead of waiting for when it's broke. And we found balance that needed to be fixed. We've had generators that need to be adjusted. We found bad cables that might have worked at an earlier deployment. Now the cable's gone bad. So it's got testing, it's got camaraderie, good food, that kind of thing. That's what it means to me.
Everybody brings up food,
Yeah.
and it's not wrong.
But I haven't been to one in a couple of years just because I got other stuff been going on.
That's true.
But
I
I
haven't-
come and meet friends too.
That's true, because I haven't seen you in about 3 years.
Yeah. No, that's probably the last one I was at.
No, we were out storm chasing together.
I mean, no.
Well, thank you for coming on, guy. Love talking to you, man. All right, so who we got here?
My name is Brad, Kilo Echo 5, Charlie Romeo Zulu, and depending upon what sequence, this is my go kit that I'm making here. It's not 100% made yet. It's lacking some essentials like a rigger runner and whatnot. But essentially, what I got is the power gate right here. It basically allows me to run several different power sources. Right now it's running a power supply from, I don't know where it came from, somewhere in Georgetown, which is the RV we're presently in at the moment. And then it can also run off battery power or solar power. So when the go kit is finished, this will be inside of the go kit along with the battery, so that when I come to any emergency deployment or anywhere I go, I just take this entire box with me, and I can power either radio with it.
Cool.
And I don't have to worry about power supplies or whatnot. I can operate and I can. And then on the back of this thing, jerk.
By the way, y'all, the RV is lined with radios all the way around it. So
Yeah.
there are plenty of radios in here. There's more radios in this place than there are people out here. But this go kit's actually kind of cool. I just kind of want to show you guys a new version of a go kit.
So the batteries and whatnot will go back here. This will be an emergency battery disconnect switch. I can take this out and then put it back in. None of it's wired at the moment, so it's just kind of positioned in there.
Okay.
And then this is a custom plate that I had made so that I could fit my coax and whatnot inside of there.
It's actually really smart. I like it.
Yeah. So that is this. This is a Gator case, by the way. So, and that is the steel kit.
All right.
Well, it's half of the kit right now.
Well, okay. Thanks for showing off the rig. Thanks for letting us use the rig. That's kind of cool. So the question I've been asking everybody: what is Field Day about?
Field Day is about. Field Day is about socializing, as Willie mentioned before. It is also a contest to see how well you can communicate effectively, how fast you can set up your rigs, which we failed at miserably today, but lessons learned. And it's mostly about having fun. That's part of the challenge and part of the fun of Field Day for me is having things not go right, because then it challenges you to focus on problem solving skills when stuff goes wrong.
Right. Because, things will go wrong in the field when we don't need them to. So this is a good way to practice that, yeah. All right. Well, thank you, sir.
Well,
And you going to be staying all night?
yes, sir.
Oh, you can have all the fun. Cool. Yeah, we got Kelly from the Go Kit Challenge crew and Digitally Speaking.
That is true, yes.
All right. And what bands are we working?
I was working 20 earlier. I got 11 contacts and decided that was enough. And nobody's come to take my place. So.
Oh, okay. Well, just also let you know, Kelly is one of the ones that's been on this trifecta trip with me today.
So here's how that works. Here's the reason there's 11 contacts. When I came in the RV earlier, I told him, I said, yeah, I was over at the LARC Club, the Lake Area Amateur Radio Club this morning, and I got 7 contacts at their place. And then I went over to the Louisville Amateur Radio Association, and I got 9 contacts. So one of the guys that was in here, he goes, so that means you've got to get 11 here so you can maintain that pattern of 7, 9, 11. So I was like, all right, fine, I'll get 11. So, yeah,
Oh, there you go. So I've been asking people this question all day. I haven't asked you because you haven't even been on camera today.
I've been pretty effective.
You have been pretty effective until tonight. What is Field Day about?
Field Day is about socialism. Oh wait, no, wrong word. Socializing.
There we go.
Field Day is an excellent opportunity to do a lot of things. One of them is to socialize with your fellow ham radio operators. Because a lot of times we just go to a club meeting once a month, we talk a little bit on the radio, but a lot of folks don't talk on the radio that much. So this is an opportunity for ham radio operators to sit down together and just shoot the bull. But the real thing is, the real goal of Field Day is to test out your emergency capabilities. So operating on an alternative energy source, whether it be a battery or a generator or solar power, something along those lines, where you're not dependent on the primary infrastructure. You want to be able to test your antennas. You want to be able to test your coax. You want to be able to test your ability to set up in a timely manner and effectively get on the air and be able to reach out and talk to folks. So I actually heard, there was a guy that I heard today from Spain, and I talked to him, and when we went to do the exchange, he gives me a 4-digit number, and I said, yeah, we're 4 Alpha North Texas, and he goes, oh, wrong contest. But I talked to a guy from Spain today. Pretty cool.
We talk around the world and even to space.
Yeah, I mean, so we were able to test out and make sure things worked and do that kind of stuff. And, here, the Denton County Amateur Radio Association is blessed to have, a trailer for their emergency communications. They've had that for a long time, ever since I've been a member of the club, probably 15, 20 years. And then they've recently been donated an RV. That's what we're in now. And so it provides not just a place to operate, but a comfortable place to operate where they can have food and drinks and a place to rest and relax a little bit if they're doing stuff outside, or just set up the radios and be able to work from in here. So it's a pretty effective way to do things.
Yeah, AC does help when it's 100 degrees outside.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, thank you, Kelly.
Thank you.
And hopefully you get all the contacts you need.
Well, I'm done with my contacts. I'm good. So now I'm just gonna have to go home and turn on YouTube and watch a video.
Goodbye to the waves and the nights we spent. Oh, the blues in my heart play a sorrowful tune in Belton, Texas, neath the bright fleeting moon.